The master predators of the sky. Eagles. Some have claws as large as a grizzly bear. Some snatch from the desert floor. Many straight from a lake or sea's surface. With incredible eyesight, skill, and speed. It's all over in a blistering second. Battles between predator and prey are waged daily in every corner of the earth. Animals have a short window to launch or evade an attack. Success or failure depends on speed, daring, and luck. These apex predators don't just strike. It all comes in an explosion of hunting fury. Greenland, home to the white-tailed eagle. With a wingspan of 2.5 meters, they're one of the largest eagles in the world. Their habitat stretches across the northern hemisphere as far as Japan. White-tailed eagles normally nest near large bodies of water. Catching prey and returning it to their young is a daily routine for adults who bond for life. The female tears the prey into smaller pieces. The chick's appetite is insatiable. As it gets older, the adults reduce the amount of food they feed it. This is to encourage the chicks to leave the nest and hunt for themselves. But that's a few weeks away. So the male continues his pursuit of the chick's next meal. He scans the water, looking for the telltale signs of prey near the surface. This time of the year, the seas are full of fish. He'll keep riding the thermals until he targets a meal. Travelling up to 70 kilometres an hour, he swoops down, his large claws primed. Within minutes, the male is back with his catch. As the chick gets larger, the parents hunt in turns. They can make up to 11 trips in 24 hours. Very quickly, he's off again. For the overworked parents, it will be another long month before he's ready to leave the nest. All animals have to evolve or adapt to suit the challenges of their environment. In India, big cats like the leopard and tiger use camouflage and stealth to chase down their elusive and fleet-footed prey. Both are ambush predators who rely on their ability to inject speed into their final attack. Northern India butts up against the great mountains of the Himalayas. At some point in the past, an ancestor of the tiger migrated here, despite the harshness of the environment. These mountains are home to one of the most elusive and rarest animals in nature: the snow leopard. Despite its name, it's more closely related to the tiger. These solitary big cats live on what's often called the roof of the world. It's evolved a thick coat to protect it from the elements. Its camouflage is also matched to the mountain conditions. Its giant, soft paws allow it to navigate the trickiest of slopes. All these adaptations have seen the snow leopard become the apex predator in one of the most challenging ecosystems on Earth. But they don't have it all their way. All the animals up here are expert climbers. Like the markhor, a large wild Himalayan goat species. Its skills around the slopes here are almost unrivaled. Two growing snow leopards wait at their cave entrance for their mother. She's out hunting for the morning. The weather is clear. With two mouths to feed, the pressure is always on the female who brings up the cubs on her own. Living in a near vertical world doesn't put off the big cat when it comes to chasing down its prey with speed. The female spots the markhor on its own. She can't sneak up slowly without being noticed. So she throws caution to the wind. The markhor slips away into the raging river. It's a blow, but the snow leopard will continue hunting. The weather is turning. The hungry cubs will be getting impatient. In the snowstorm, her luck has turned. She finds a dead markhor on the cliff and drags it towards her lair. Each kill is a triumph in one of the most difficult terrains on Earth. Australia's long geographic isolation has let its wildlife develop in splendid seclusion. As a result, it's evolved distinct ecosystems with unique animals. Its warm climate has also seen it become a hothouse for cold-blooded reptiles like lizards. From the desert-dwelling thorny devil and frilled lizard to the common blue tongue found in backyards. But the biggest and most dominant are the monitor lizards, often known as goannas. There are over 20 species in Australia alone. They vary in size. The parenti is the largest, reaching 2.5 metres in length. Despite appearances, this giant cold-blooded lizard can run when required, reaching speeds of nearly 40 kilometres per hour. Especially when hunting prey, like the swift desert rabbit. This apex predator has a taste for venomous snakes. The parenti also has a toxic bite and is related to the giant Indonesian Komodo dragon that uses venom to kill large animals. The smaller Australian lace monitor is the Komodo's closest relative. Their ancestor must have used a land bridge to reach Indonesia eons ago when the seas were lower. Monitors are the only lizards with a forked tongue like a snake. Chemical receptors allow the lace monitor to taste the air. If there's any prey around, they can identify it before they see it. While taking a cooling dip, a lace monitor's forked tongue is alerted to a decaying kangaroo at the edge of a billabong. He's not fussy and will happily scavenge a carcass like this. The lace monitors, sometimes called tree goannas, can expertly scale trees in search of living prey. Many of Australia's creatures are arboreal, so climbing gives the lace monitors a greater choice. His claws easily dig into the soft bark of the gum tree, providing grip. The lace sniffs out something promising. Near the top is a possum nest in a hollow. But the mother is quickly alert to the threat of the monitor. Crying out a guttural warning to the lizard, she blocks the entrance to her cubs inside. The monitor backs off. It's become a standoff. How can he overcome the adult possum? The lizard deploys a simple tactic, a sudden fast thrust past the mother into the nest. She desperately bites at the tail of the lizard. His skin is too tough. There's nothing she can do to stop him now. She accepts that her cubs are lost to this devious and fast predator. Australia's greatest animal diversity is in the shallow seas that surround it. The Great Barrier Reef off Australia's northeast coast. Home to nearly 600 different species of reef-building coral. This ecosystem has a staggering variety of creatures that live around it. It's inhabited by soft-bodied molluscs like the cuttlefish and squid, and the hard exoskeleton crustaceans like shrimp and crabs. It's a constant war of defense and attack, camouflage and stealth. Mantis shrimps are one of the largest carnivorous crustaceans. In Australia, they're sometimes known as prawn killers due to their unique predatory skills. There are two types: the smashers and the spearers. The spearers are armed with a row of long forward-pointing spines which can stab their prey. Whereas the smasher has a hard club that can crush the shells of other crustaceans. This peacock mantis is stalking its prey among the coral, like a soldier through a forest, hiding behind obstacles, advancing when safe. It seems to be an amusing game of peekaboo, with some reluctant players. But the mantis is a serious predator, and can strike its prey with its hard appendages at 80 kilometres per hour. The fastest limb strike of any animal. The force is so immense that it boils the water around it. These high-temperature bubbles help break apart the prey. The mantis don't just inhabit the warm tropical seas. In the cold waters off the California coast, a mantis shrimp lives in a burrow in the sea floor. For good reason, the octopus reigns supreme here. But the mantis is not easily intimidated and turns defence into attack. The high-speed offensive charge at the octopus does the trick. There's easier prey to catch out there. Another predatory mollusk inhabiting the sea floor is the colourful cuttlefish. Perhaps the greatest marine mimic in nature. It changes its colour to match the different types of coral and plant life. It does this not just to avoid predators, but to catch its prey unaware. The cuttlefish ensnares its prey using the most unusual technique. It very slowly extends a long tentacle from its mouth. On the end is a sucker. Once touched, it then withdraws the tentacle at high speed, bringing its prey back into its mouth. It's another ingenious evolutionary shortcut for a predator who doesn't have the speed to catch prey by traditional means. The high-speed tongue is a feature found in an animal that lives in another tropical ecosystem. That's the complete inverse. The chameleon lives predominantly in the rainforests and deserts of Africa and Madagascar. They are an ancient clade of lizards. Their appearance can either be dramatically colourful to match the complex canopy of a rainforest, or mimic the earthy hues of a parched desert. They often change colour too as the day progresses, or to attract a mate. It's down to a complex interplay of pigments in their skin cells. They also have eyes that can rotate independently in search of prey and give a 360-degree view. They need this incredible ability to allow them to spy their prey. Chameleons spend most of their life perfectly still, clinging to foliage. And when they do move, it's almost glacial. They use their tail like a fifth limb to hold their position, so they can deploy their extraordinary tongue. It's actually longer than the chameleon's body, and it's explosive. Zoologists call it a ballistic tongue. It's well named. The tip of the tongue can accelerate with up to 5 times the G-force that fighter jet pilots experience. Deep inside the tongue are tough fibres that store energy like a stretched rubber band. When the tongue is released, like a spring, it's unleashed at the target at 15 metres per second. But it's their innate stillness that fools the prey. The chameleon quietly waits for it to come within range. Its camouflage helps. Even if they're spotted, the insect may feel that they're far enough away to be safe. Clearly not. The sticky pad at the end of the tongue adheres to the prey, and the tongue quickly recoils into the chameleon's mouth. Despite appearances, males can be aggressive towards each other. 2 chameleons face off like slow medieval knights to claim the best branch. One shows his ballistic tongue as a warning. Neither appear to want to back down, so they start to joust with their noses in an attempt to push the other off the branch. In the end, it's a stalemate. One cold-blooded reptile that will never back down is the alligator. As ambush predators, they use explosive speed to catch their stricken prey. In Brazil's Pantanal, the South American caiman rules the extensive waterways. But in winter, these shrink. Although there are easy pickings, competition in the contracting ponds is intense. Animals like the woodstalks will try to stay well clear of the carnage on the ground. But sometimes their luck runs out. A young woodstalk falls out of a tree onto the bank of the river. He can't fly properly yet. A caiman is quickly alert to the commotion. The stork is oblivious to the approaching danger. Large birds can provide a substantial meal for a hungry carnivore. Northwest of the main Hawaiian Islands are a group of small atolls, home to nesting albatrosses. The surrounding ocean to patrolling sharks. Albatross fledglings prepare to make their maiden flights over the ocean. These young chicks, who have spent their short life on land, are oblivious to what lies under the turquoise water surface. The tiger shark, one of the tropical sea's most ferocious killers. Visiting these tiny Hawaiian atolls at the right time of year will be an open feast of feathers for them. Albatross spend their lives using the thermals off the sea to keep them aloft. But it takes practice, and they need to take short breaks on the water's surface. But with it comes great peril. The tiger sharks are gathering below. But it's not as easy as it looks. After all, their prey has wings. That was just the warm-up. The shark comes in again, this time from the front. But the bird escapes. Just. The shark wants to be spitting feathers. Another eludes its deadly jaws. Eventually it gets one lined up. Just right. These large birds are a nutritious bonanza for them. Tiger sharks are well renowned for targeting a wide range of prey. In fact, anything they come across in the ocean is fair game. Seven and a half thousand kilometres southeast of Hawaii are the islands of the Great Barrier Reef. Here, another spit of land, Rain Island, is a very busy nesting site. This time for the green turtle. Every year they arrive and lay their eggs in the tens of thousands before returning to sea. This doesn't go unnoticed by the opportunistic tiger sharks. A gift even greater than the albatross fledglings. The body of the turtle is a substantial lump of meat for a predator, but has a thick carapace to protect it. The tiger shark will need to decide on its best approach, doing a swim-by of the unfortunate turtle first. With its shell acting as a natural shield, the shark attacks a large flipper first. In the end, it will be able to access the flesh under the shell too, with the help of a friend. Tiger sharks are smart, ruthless predators that exploit opportunities wherever they occur in their tropical domain. In the micro-world of our forests and deserts, competition among predators is intense. Killers come in all shapes and sizes. Stalking the rainforests of northeast Queensland, a tiny, intelligent spider. The fringed jumping spider punches well above its weight. Their tufts of hair helping to disguise the usual spider shape. To confuse predators or prey further, it constantly twitches its legs to imitate flickering light on forest detritus. Although most spiders use webs to catch their prey, he relies on incredibly intelligent hunting behaviour. With problem-solving abilities you wouldn't expect to see in a creature this size. It also has amazing vision. And like a certain comic strip hero, when it jumps, it uses a bungee cord of silk to act as a safety line. It's so audacious, it will attack other spiders on their web or even try to nab their prey. But it never gets stuck because it has a waxy outer coating that doesn't stick to webs. It finds opportunities and many different ways to catch its prey, but its jumping ability gives it the edge. This St Andrew's cross spider doesn't know that this spider can leap 50 times its body length. Sometimes the tiny spider's bravado gets the better of it. The ability to jump quickly is not just a weapon in a predator's arsenal. It's also used by some prey to escape killers. Like the tiny kangaroo rat. The harsh deserts of the western United States are home to the famous saguaro cacti that pepper the landscape, and are patrolled by a deadly and elusive predator, the rattlesnake. The western diamondbacks are one of the most lethal. All rattlesnakes are notorious ambush predators who have hidden weapons to help track down their prey. They hunt not just by sight or smell, but also infrared sensors through small pits in their head. The pits contain a special membrane that can detect radiation from warm bodies up to 1 metre away. At night, it allows the snakes to see an image like an infrared camera does. The snake's famous rattle, a collection of keratin coils on the end of its tail, is used to warn other predators. It shakes up to 90 times a second. But when hunting, it silences its rattle. However, its reputation for lethality comes down to its sudden, fast strike at over 200 kilometres per hour. Its hollow fangs inject a deadly toxin directly into its unfortunate prey. Then the snake waits for it to take effect. With such a lethal predator stalking the undergrowth of many American deserts, their prey has had to adapt to such a deadly foe. One desert specialist has evolved an escape strategy like no other: the kangaroo rat. They're not related to kangaroos. But like the Australian marsupial, their long back legs store energy in spring-like tendons, which can propel the kangaroo rat 10 times their hip height. Their tails are longer than their entire bodies, giving them balance during their aerial escape. This speed and agility makes it very hard to catch. But that was too close for comfort. The kangaroo rat also uses its speed to catch its own prey. Insects buzz overhead. They may seem out of reach, but not for long. Incredibly, all the water they require comes from their food. They're perfectly honed to survive the harsh and deadly conditions of the American desert. The rattlesnake may inspire the most fear in this parched land, but there is a desert animal that is further up the pecking order. The roadrunner. This flightless bird that inspired a famous long-running cartoon series can run up to 30 kilometres per hour. But it's thirsty work, and it has clever ways to retain its moisture. Like the kangaroo rat, it takes water from its food, but it also reabsorbs any remaining water from its feces. However, the bird's preference for a diet rich in small mammals, lizards, and even rattlesnakes can be problematic. For even a small rattlesnake's bite can be deadly to a hungry roadrunner. The young snake immediately coils up into a defensive posture, deploying its famous warning rattle. But it may not be enough. It's going to be a competition between who strikes first and fastest. Despite there being two of them, the roadrunners are still wary. They try to intimidate the reptile by flapping their wings and wagging their large tails. The roadrunners are gaining confidence, getting closer to the snake, testing its resolve. Eventually, a roadrunner breaks the standoff and strikes. The rattlesnake is still alive, but disorientated. The roadrunner won't give up. It will continue to bash the snake against the ground. He'll keep doing it until he's sure the snake can't strike back in its last dying action. The roadrunner also needs to break the snake's bones. It doesn't have teeth to chew the snake up into bite-sized chunks, so he'll have to swallow the reptile whole. It can take hours to digest, so it's not unusual to see roadrunners with their prey hanging out of their mouths. The roadrunner is just one of many unexpected fast predators to be found in our diverse ecosystems. Evolution has driven all these different creatures to survive by any means necessary. Speed combined with wits is often the difference between life and death. Whether it's hunting on a cliff face, up a tree, hanging by a thread, or swooping from a great height. These speedy stealth hunters will succeed to see another day.